Greetings, hard-working, dutiful, pragmatic Capricorn. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Eliane Nicole, and I am an astrologer and tarot card reader. And although I've been reading the cards for many, many years, almost my entire life, I'm new to YouTube as a medium for sharing my gift with the world. So thank you so much for joining me. And I know time is very precious for Capricorns right now, so I'm going to hop right to it. I'm going to start with an overview of November 2018. And this is a forecast for the month of November for Capricorn specifically. It's also good to look at this if you are a Capricorn rising or have a Capricorn moon. And then when I finish the tarot interpretation, I will talk about some of the planets, some important keynote dates for Capricorn to watch in November. So Capricorn, I'm going to lay out all the cards quickly, say their names, and then I'm going to go back and explain it in further detail and show you the images as well. Your significator, Capricorn, is the devil. And you are covered by the Five of Pentacles reversed, crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. The foundation is the Lovers reversed. What's leaving is the Nine of Cups reversed. What will come into being is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. What will come into being is the Eight of Rods reversed. Fears or insecurities are the Queen of Cups. Others see you as Death reversed. Your positive feelings are about the Five of Cups, and the outcome is the the outcome is the Three of Pentacles reversed. So, Capricorn, as we know, it's been an intense time for Capricorns really since December, when Saturn entered Capricorn for its 2.5-year transit. So now, we're almost a year into that. And so I know that 2018 has been a lot for a lot of Capricorns, most Capricorns. And as you are entering November 2018, you're showing up as the devil. Now, don't get scared by that. It's a metaphorical thing. Sometimes the devil means we are living in our character defects. It can be anger, it can be jealousy, it can be resentment. The devil can also be a situation that has us in bondage. When the devil shows up, it could mean that you're entering the month of November feeling bound by some situation in your life. And you're covered by the Five of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like you are healing. You are getting over a pain from the past, a spiritual pain, possibly a separation or a loss. For some people, it can be actually getting over a physical injury. As you can see, the figure on this card is bandaged. Sometimes that's a very literal manifestation in the real world. So Capricorns could be getting over being sick or healing from an injury or healing from a spiritual injury at the beginning of the month. And you are crossed by the Wheel of Fortune in this cycle, Capricorn. And the Wheel of Fortune is just about the cycles of life. It's about fate, it's about destiny, and it's about unexpected twists and circumstances. So that's kind of the beginning of November for Capricorn. We have, a feeling of bondage, healing from a past wound, either physical or emotional, and crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is in the position, it's the only card in the Celtic layout that is horizontal. And the Celtic layout is the standard tarot layout. If you've ever had a tarot reading before, you've seen this layout. And if you're a tarot reader, you certainly know this layout. But the Wheel of Fortune crosses you in November. So that means this is where your karmic work is. It's what the Kabbalists call it your tikkun, and it's your karmic correction. And so for Capricorn, the Wheel of Fortune, it could be about how you were dealing with an unexpected twist of events this month. The basis, the foundation, it looks like a relationship not working out. It could be just a lover's quarrel or not seeing eye to eye with your lover. And it could be an actual separation or breakup. The Lovers reversed I've seen show up as both. So it looks like definitely issues in the area of romance in November for Capricorn. What's leaving is the Nine of Cups reversed. There's a delay. Something you were wishing for that was delayed, that's leaving. What could come into being is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so for Capricorn men, this looks like you could be making a big expenditure. It also means that you could be possibly, for some Capricorns, it will manifest as an expenditure. For some Capricorns, it will manifest as possibly, a business deal that could, go left. For some Capricorns, it will manifest as laziness or lack of motivation. For Capricorn women, it looks like there's a man around you who could be lazy, irresponsible, unmotivated. He could be playing into your November. And for the future position, what will come into being, it's the Eight of Rods. So Capricorn, it looks like there could be a cancellation in travel plans, a delay in travel plans, or a postponement of travel in November. And this could be more heading towards mid-November. But it can also just mean if you don't have travel plans, it could just mean a change in your plans in general at home or where you are. It can also mean feeling static and still motion, not able to progress, not able to move forward. Fears or insecurities are the Queen of Cups. So there is a woman in your life, a sensitive, intuitive, creative kind of woman, and it looks like you have some kind of fear or insecurity around her. Yeah. How others see you is death reverse. So people see you going through a transformation, a very deep transformation, and kind of maybe it's also on the brink of a rebirth as well. Your positive feelings in November have to do with the Five of Cups. And so I think that, Capricorn, in November, I think that you are feeling very positive about feeling your feelings. So that's good. I know that's not always the easiest thing for Capricorn, but it does look like in November you will. And it also looks like you feel very positive about kind of getting over this disappointment that's happened and just being grateful for what you do have. Also, for Capricorns who may have had a lover's quarrel in the beginning of the month, towards the end of the month, it looks like you could make up and get past it, and that you're feeling very good about that. The outcome is the Three of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like at the end of the month, you're taking time off. You're not working. You're relaxing. So that's the read for Capricorn for November. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the planets. And if you have any questions about any of these cards, or if you would like to have a personal tarot reading where I can get much more specific to what's going on in your life instead of kind of grouping it with the whole sign of Capricorn, which is still very informative, but like when we work one-on-one together, that's when we can really kind of get into it and you can get the most out of the reading. But I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the planets in November and some key dates to look out for Capricorn. November 1st and 2nd is, those days are the Day of the Dead. And so this is a time of the year where the veil between the spirit realm and the physical realm is the thinnest, and we are able to communicate with the ancestors, and we are able to easily communicate with those that have passed or whose souls are in the transition of passing. And we can do this in many ways. Readings are a wonderful way to do this. Doing rituals, having an altar, lighting candles, putting up flowers, cooking the favorite food of your loved ones, just speaking to them out loud. I do an altar here, and this can be a very enriching and fulfilling experience around this time of the year because they're very accessible. And also November 7th, the new moon of Scorpio, is also a very open portal for communicating with the other side if that's something that interests you. So let's see, November 6th is a really big day in November, planetary-wise. There's a lot going on in the sky. Uranus in Taurus is square the true node in Leo. Taurus trines Capricorn. So for early degree Capricorns, this is going to be very significant, a shakeup having to do with your life's purpose, with your dharma. And so I encourage you to call me. If you don't know what degree your sun is in Capricorn, you should call me and we should do a birth chart for you, and I can figure out the exact degree of your sun, your moon, your rising, all of the rest of your planets. And then when I do these readings on YouTube, or when we read together, everything will make a lot more sense to you and you'll know which things apply to you. But also November 6th, the true node enters Cancer. And that is really significant for late degree Capricorns. Well, it's going to be significant for all Capricorns. Everyone is going to feel this because it's an ingress and it's a change. It's a collective change in our North Star and in our Dharma and in our higher purpose around November 6th. So we will be feeling it collectively, but Capricorns are going to feel it in particular. Late degree Capricorns are going to be feeling that the strongest. Also, Uranus retrograde is entering. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so I'm going to move on from that. November 7th is a big day. It's the new moon of Scorpio. And also on November 7th, Jupiter trines the North Node in Cancer. And that is Jupiter in Scorpio and the North Node in Cancer. Scorpio, this is a very interesting aspect for Capricorns, particularly late degree Capricorns, because this is happening at 29 degrees Scorpio and 29 degrees Cancer. Cancer opposes Capricorn, so there's some tension there, and then Scorpio is very harmonious with Capricorn, so there's some very pleasant things here. So this is a big energy point, and I encourage you to call me and get a reading, and let's look at where this is unfolding in your chart and how it aspects your personal planets, and we can really get into what this is going to mean to you. Very powerful. The new moon of Scorpio is a very great time to set intentions. All new moons are a great time to set intentions. It's, anything that you want to manifest, the most powerful kind of energetic push you're going to get to grow these things is when you plant it at the appropriate new moon. Just like there's times of the year where you plant certain crops or you plant certain flowers or certain trees because they're more likely to bloom and grow and flourish in that season. The same thing goes with planting spiritual seeds. As above, so below. And so new moons are always a time for planting seeds. And I do an altar every new moon, and I do rituals, blessings, intentions, spells around the themes of that new moon for myself, and then sometimes for clients as well. I do it. And basically, the new moon of Scorpio is a great time to plant the seeds where set intentions where you are feeling powerless, where you feel like you need to gain power in your life. It's also a good time to set intentions if you feel like you need a rebirth. It's a good time to set intentions regarding regeneration. If you would like to reinvent yourself, it's a good time to set intentions around this. If there's something that you want to transform about yourself or your environment or the world at large or your community, transformation intentions are very powerful under Scorpio moon. Money intentions are very good to set. Scorpio is one of the money signs, so to set money intentions, those can be super powerful under the Scorpio moon. So I encourage you to think about those themes and where in your life you want to manifest in those areas, and do some meditation at the new moon, do some candle burning. The new moons are very special times of each month, and I also can help you in writing rituals and getting the right candles and crystals and flowers, and I can include you on my altar. That's a service that I provide to some clients. I can take about 4 clients a month on my altar, so I do it on a first come, first served basis. So if you think it's something you're interested in, reach out to me sooner or later so we can discuss it for the new moon on the 7th. And I'm going to keep moving. November 8th, Jupiter in Scorpio forms a quincunx with Aries, Uranus, Aries, and so for late degree Capricorns, this is going to be impactful as well. And November 8th, Sagittarius, Jupiter enters Sagittarius. So Jupiter in Sagittarius is great for all of us collectively. It's Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius. Jupiter is the planet of benevolence and grace and good luck and optimism, education, exploration, higher truth. Jupiter is a wonderful planet. And basically, I need to do your birth chart, and we can see where Sagittarius is in your chart, and I can let you know where Jupiter will be moving in your life over the next year. But it is a very, it brings grace and it brings expansion, and so we can look at that in your chart. And November 15th, Mars enters Pisces, and that is going to be a time where collectively we all start to switch gears a bit. Mars is the planet of drive and ambition and goals and our testosterone and our competitive nature. And when fiery Mars enters watery Pisces, there could be, it's not the most driven energy in the world. So we might be feeling slower, less able or motivated to pursue our goals, or perhaps it's more that the kind of goals we're pursuing changes during that time. We're going to go for more Piscean kind of goals, creative goals, spiritual goals, service goals, goals of our emotional world and goals of our spiritual world, and less of the traditional goals. And so that's November 15th till the end of the year. Basically, it's starting up before the holiday season and continuing until the new year. And also November 16th, Venus goes direct in Libra. This is very good in the area of romance. Many people have been feeling the Venus retrograde. Venus went retrograde October 5th. For some people in relationships, this manifested as old issues in the relationship coming up and needing to be resolved. If that's the case, then November 16th, these issues should start lightening up for you and your partner, and you should start heading in a better direction. For some single people, Venus retrograde manifested in different ways. It may have manifested in you longing for love, thinking about love, and I think you will be feeling a lot more balanced on the love plane when it goes direct. For some people, Venus retrograde meant an ex floating in. Maybe you were communicating with them, maybe you were seeing them, maybe they were on your mind. When Venus goes direct, everything within the romantic realm is going to normalize for people a little bit more at that point. And there's, again, that's the type of thing where I really have to look at your chart. In general, things lighten up depending on your aspects and your chart and your partner's chart and what's going on. Synastry is another kind of reading I provide, compatibility readings, where you can look at the aspects that your partner's having in you and kind of get into all of that. Very, very interesting tool for getting more deeply connected with your partner and understanding them and yourself more. And Mercury goes retrograde in Sagittarius, November 16th. So here's where communication difficulties, things may still be on the love zone if you and your partner have been arguing. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the planet that rules technology, like gadget kind of technology. I mean, Uranus really is the big technology, but Mercury is mechanical kinds of things. And so when Mercury is retrograde, there can be accidents, there can be misunderstandings, there can be communication errors, things like that. It's in Sagittarius this time, fiery Sagittarius. So this is a situation where if I do your chart, I can really see exactly where it's moving through your chart this season. It's the last Mercury retrograde of the year, so it's the final one of the year. And basically, when you get your chart done, we can see and you can brace yourself ahead of time and just know, you know, where to kind of look out or be mindful or be in more acceptance that you just have to, you know, give it to the planets sometimes, you know. And November 20th, Neptune is forming a sexy quadrant to the true node. That's Pisces and Cancer. That's significant for mid-degree and late degree Capricorns in different ways. So again, Capricorn, contact me. Let's do your chart. Let's see what degree your sun is in. November 22nd, the sun enters Sagittarius. The Sagittarius sun is a little bit more intense for Capricorn than the Scorpio sun. I think Capricorns energetically, for the most part, feel more comfortable under the Scorpio sun. You know, as we get into the Christmas rush and head towards your birthday and things, the Sagittarius season for Capricorns is probably just a little bit more, you know, reflective or pressureful or busy, you know, but you're fine. And November 23rd is the full moon of Gemini. And so Gemini and Capricorn energy form a quincunx to each other. So that's energies that don't necessarily understand each other. And so the full moon of Gemini is, it's an emotionally detached full moon for Capricorns, November 23rd. And you know, it's more of a heady moon than an emotional moon, even though the moon rules our emotional landscape, if that makes any sense. The other thing I will say about the Gemini full moon is that Gemini rules the nervous system. And so under the Gemini full moon, sometimes we can feel heightened anxiety, heightened angst. And particularly for Capricorn, you might be feeling like an angst or a restlessness or an anxiety, and you don't really know where it's coming from. It's that Gemini quincunx energy with Capricorn. So let me just tell you, this is a very good time for you, Capricorn, to do things that are relaxing to your nervous system around this Gemini full moon. So that's going to be meditation, cardio where you're really sweating it out so you can relax afterwards. I don't know if you drink a calming tea or whatever your kind of calming rituals are. That's the name of the game for you around the 23rd. And on the 24th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. This is going to have a significant effect on mid-degree Capricorns. So call me for a reading and I can get into the specifics of this aspect for you. Neptune is about spirituality, it's about higher purpose, it's about mysticism, it can be about addiction, it can be about confusion or illusion. So let's get into this. If you want to get a transit reading, I would recommend it. And then November 28th, Jupiter in Scorpio is forming a semi-square with Pluto in Capricorn. So this is very powerful for, this is Jupiter in Sagittarius is forming a semi-square with Pluto in Capricorn. So this is going to be for anyone who is born in 17 degrees to 21 degrees Capricorn. It's a very significant aspect. And I need to wrap this up because I just realized I'm at 26 minutes and I think Capricorn is the longest one that I've done so far. So Capricorn, thank you for coming. Thank you for giving me your precious, hard-working Capricorn time. Please subscribe to my channel. Please tell a friend. I'm posting forecasts for all of November 2018 for all of the signs. I'll be doing them again for December. Check in with me. I'm going to be doing some posts throughout the month about the new moon and the full moon and any really significant dates. Thank you again. I hope to get feedback from you and I hope that you'll come back and continue to listen to my new channel. It is my pleasure and honor to share my gift with you. Thank you, Capricorn.